double delta NQ on the 5.
Keeping focus, I stay in control. Algo boxes running on reaching my goal. Nike flashing, trades in the clear. Golden drill squeezing, I see no fear. Currency flowing, surfing the waves. Super alpha, omega leading the way. Enigma bar whispering all through the night. Making moves and everything's tight. Charts on my canvas, I paint it with trades. Candlesticks dance as the profits cascade. Bears and bulls, they come and they go, but I hold my ground, watch your capital grow. Risk and reward, it's all in the game. Algo box guiding, no need for fame. Late nights grinding, I stay in the zone. Counting blessings as I claim the throne. On the track now we trade way up. Ticks like we never give up. Algo box, I'm showing the way. Money flowing in from night to day. On the track now we trade way up. Now we trading way up. Now we trading way up. On the track now we trade way up. Now we trading way up. Now we trading way up. RSI rising, back fees on point. Enigma bar whispers, I'm on the brink. Scalping quick, I'm catching the highs. Swinging it slow as the
Alpha Omega up NQ on the 5.
algo bar flashing numbers align. Leverage, higher, I stay in my prime. Candles don't lie, the story they tell. Building my wealth, I stay on the slow. Flow master guiding every move I make. I'm riding these waves, watching prices break. Supermoon glowing, markets in sync. Algo box leads, I never need to think. Patience pays, every step's precise. Algorithm flowing, my trades suffice. Ticks in my pocket, the game's been won. Trading till the setting of the sun. On the track now we trade way up. Ticks like we never give up. Algo box, I'm showing the way. Money flowing in from night to day. On the track now we trade way up. Now we trading way up. Now we trading way up. On the track now we trade way up. Now we trading way up. Now we trading way up. Fibonacci tracing, watching it fall. Retracing, it's clear, I answer the call. Confluence hits, I stay in my lane. Algo box whispers.
Enigma long on the YM2.
Flow master showing me where to go. No fear in sight, I'm moving with flow. Rolling through bands, squeezing so tight. Everything I do, it feels so right. On the track now we trade way up. Ticks like we never give up. Algo box, I'm showing the way. Money flowing in from night to day. On the track now we trade way up. Now we trading way up. Now we trading way up. On the track now we trade way up. Now we trading way up. Now we trading way up. Now we trading way up. Late nights counting profits.
Alrighty then, mic check. Good morning, good morning. Let's get those fingers working here this morning. Type me a 1 in the chat. 1 if you're having fun and you're awake. 2 if you're new. I'm gonna go through, it's full auto Friday. So before I start, normally I just come over here. I'm gonna turn on full auto quickly here this morning. Today I'm going to walk it all the way through. So let me zoom in here. Top left-hand corner of the screen is where we want to focus our attention. Now, mind you, I'm on a 4K 43-inch TV size. You can go to Walmart and get yourself one of these. If you go to video number 1, this is the layout that I suggest for traders. This is shifted over time. Remember, we have been out here for 10 years. This is our 10th year public since 2016. It's 2026. Welcome aboard if you're brand new with us. You may be brand new, but we are not. Welcome aboard. Over here on the right, over in my office, I have one of those giant 8 screen layouts and all that. Classic 6 in the center, flanked by 2. I kind of miss that one on occasion, but if I were to do this more efficiently, a 40-inch, well, 43-inch because they don't make 40s, but 43-inch 4K is equivalent of 4 24-inch monitors all in one place with no bevels interrupting the separations, and you've got plenty of space to lay things out. You'll have the opportunity to lay out all 4 of the nerd. What is the nerd? The NASDAQ, the ES, the RTY, and the Dow. So when you hear me say nerd, you know that I'm talking about 4 correlated instruments. NASDAQ, everybody these days, if you're going on any channel on YouTube right now, you're probably watching, you know, some at least attempted hero trying to smash NQ because it moves, right? There's a lot of movement there, and making more money faster is always our goal in everything in our business life. At least I don't want to say everything in life, because there's more important things than what we do here in life. But for making money to put food on the table for your family, we want to make more money faster. That's the whole hourly rate. When you go to a job and you want to get paid the highest hourly rate, you want to provide value to the company. You are a human resource to the company. You want the highest pay rate. And the rate comes with how much money do you make per hour. Or in our case, you could probably break it down per minute. Here, go watch the last few live streams and you'll see yesterday, like I was talking to one of our members and said, you know, yesterday was a great example for the people who have to go to work. Hey, I got work in the morning. I got to go to work and I trade in the morning before I get there. Well, go watch yesterday's live stream. I had to go to an appointment for my son. He had broken his arm last week on the trampoline. Sadly, give him some prayers. They said he's got we need a lot of bone growth over the next, was it 3 months before we go back in again? And I'm sorry, 4 weeks, not 3 months. The next 4 weeks before we go back in there. You know, prayers for little Roman would be great, but I had to get out of here yesterday to get to that appointment. So I came in early. We sat down before the market even opened. It was before even 9 a.m. there. We had a few trades there this morning or yesterday morning. We did over 5K yesterday in the morning. The day before that, it was 28 minutes. It was right after the open, but in 28 minutes, I had things to get done that day. Had to get on. 28 minutes of my time. We did $10,000 the second, 2 days ago. Day before that, another one. I don't think it was that short. I think I stayed on for the whole live stream for about an hour or so. Still, I think that day was $6,000. So at the end of the day, you do not have to have a lot of time in order to make a dime, especially when you have a cheat code like ALGO. And these are my opinions, okay? Obviously, I can't guarantee you success. I can't, you know, I don't know if you know how to press a button or not. I don't know if you're red, green, colorblind, because we got a lot of colors going on that you need to be able to read. But I'm going to walk you through here this morning on how I use full auto as my bots being my employees as I run this business of trading. I'm going to walk this through. Okay. Now NQ is the fastest. She's a wild child, super fast. You do not have to trade the NASDAQ. I would skip over the E if you're going to the ES, S&P 500. I generally recommend not trading the ES just because it's a little too slow. Okay, I don't want this low of an hourly rate if I don't have to. Take out the E, but the R and the D. One of the things I really highlighted yesterday was if you're new, don't trade NQ. This is a wild child. You're going to need to take a little bit of time and some practice on this. Spend a lot of market replay practice time on this one because it's going to be fast. It's going to be quick, and you don't have to though. If you are a person who's not a gamer, that's okay. We can go over here to these other two right here. RTY. I always say if you're new, don't trade NQ. Give RTY a try. These are the rhymes and the reasons that I try to help you to remember things. So RTY, give RTY a try, especially in this high volatility market. This is going to give you enough movement to put away the beast, right? To grab some bags on RTY. And when in doubt, hit the Dow, okay? The Dow, this one has the crude oil component. So if you are a macroeconomic person and you're following along with, hey, what's Trump doing today? What's Trump going to say? What are the news events that are going on in the day? You may have an extra knack for crude oil. Where crude oil goes, so goes the Dow oftentimes, or at least with the speed and volatility, especially on a Wednesday when you've got crude oil inventory numbers, for example. Now, with that being said, let's get into the whoops. Just pressed the wrong button. Let's go. Hold on. How about let me press the right hotkey buttons there. Sorry about that. What did I just press? I thought I pressed this. There we go. Press Y. Okay. I don't know. I must have hit the wrong button there. Okay. So top left up here, I have 6 employees running. That's the way I look at it. I've got the nerd that I just talked about, NASDAQ, ES, RTY, and the Dow. That's those right there. And don't get me started on why the Dow doesn't start with a D. Okay. But you see NASDAQ, we have ES, RTY, that's the NER, nerd, and you can go look at the history of why the Dow is YM. but the YM is the Dow. And again, if you are new, I would be working on these two, right? See how we try to rhyme and reason? I have lots of ways to teach you things that will lock them into your memory. I want you to not need me when you come to trade. Other places want you to be dependent on them. I want you to be independent of me. All you need is the tools and the rules, and you can come and play the game. Make sense? Okay, so RTY and the Dow. You got that? If you're new, you're trading these two. Got it? Write it down. Type it down in the chat if you are watching this at a later time. The Dow and the RTY. Give them a try, especially if you're new and don't trade. What? NQ. Okay, NQ's too fast. Now, if you are a fast player, you know yourself. Okay, every player is different. I make generalized suggestions for people coming into the markets. If it's me, listen, I know myself. I would probably be trading in Q. I was a younger gamer. I wanted to, you know, I'm a fast-paced player in the game, so NQ is up my alley, but you don't have to trade in Q when you see me do it. Okay, I hear people all the time, well, Vinny, I can't trade as fast as you. I've seen how you trade in the morning, and you're taking pretty quick trades there. I just can't react that fast. Okay, that's okay. You got these two to walk you through. Are we good? Okay, remember it's Full Auto Friday here today. Now on Monday, we're going to talk to the new folks. Now again, even on a Friday, I'm talking to the new folks. At the same time, I'm also going to talk about advanced stuff here on a Friday. We bookend the week with beginner stuff on Monday, and we try to do some, you know, some big dog stuff on a Friday. We're early in, early out on a Friday, so we'll cover more deep dive topics, and I'm open for all kinds of questions here on a Friday. Today is also the day that I catch up on one-on-one mentorship calls. So if you are a lifetime member and you bought the lifetime with the one-on-one packs, you will probably hear calls. You'll get a call from me here later today. I try to catch up on all those on a Friday if I didn't catch you during the week. Although I do try to hit your scheduled times, but if you're available on a Friday, those are the best times for me to do one-on-one calls with you if you have that lifetime membership that included the one-on-ones. Now, I do recommend that you schedule your one-on-ones every 40 days in your first set of days while you are walking through the program. I think that after your first 40 days, get a call with me. Second 40 days, get a call with me. Right before you're about to go live, if you're going to trade a live account, call with me right before that. Make sure everything is all walked through, lined up, some finalized tips as you're about to, you know, smash the button. If you're on a trader funding program, a little bit different, but those are still kind of my suggested ways to go about things. Okay. Now, let me play this here for you guys real quick, because this is going to save me a lot of hullabaloo and talking through. So we've got this nice little video here I want to play for you to understand kind of what we're doing here. Let's go.
Our daily live streams start with Mentorship Mondays, where we bring you algorithmic trading, interactive mentoring, and your questions are answered live. Get hands-on learning with these quant trading tools engineered to give you an unfair edge over other traders who don't have ALGO box on their trade stations. Discover the power of predictive auto harmonics. Utilize trading robots to quantify and react even in fast market conditions. Learn all our quant trading strategies such as the DCDM, HMD, and the dynamic game-changing order flow system, the Alpha Omega. Empower your trading with Flowmaster's advanced real-time audio and visual order flow analysis features. Detect the market mover's trading activity and take action with cutting-edge tools like AudioBox for live digital bit noise that audibly reveals the size and speed of the big players on the tape in real time. Use the Delta Flagging Pro to ready up your next precision entry and the Supreme Flowmaster Enigma for unrivaled, actionable trade opportunities. Got questions? Get them answered live. Whether you're new to AlgoBox or an advanced trader, you'll gain valuable, unique takeaways in every live trading stream session. Dive into structured quant trading. Access our free trade room and free community tools. Test your knowledge in the AlgoBox Academy with tests and quizzes. Add the AlgoBox Edge to your trading arsenal and harness the power of our algorithmic strategies. Your success is our mission. Subscribe now and make every Monday a game changer with Mentorship Monday. See you on the stream. Download your 2-week free trial and use our community tools at algoboxpro.com.
All right, and don't forget, trading is risky and all that business. Okay, so now we're going to talk through the rest of these. So I talked about the nerd. We got 4, but I also have 2 more. I've got 6 of these instruments that we are running on full auto for my employees. Here is crude oil and gold. We talked about crude oil being a heavy component of the Dow earlier. So crude oil right there with the Dow, and I'm going to go down into the NQ here just a moment with my execution charts, which are going to be different than these laid out up here, which you notice these are just kind of some clean charts up here, just the Enigma and some crosses and some of the golden ropes here on these charts because I let the tools do the work. The system already has all of the things that it needs internally for running full auto. I don't have to have all the indicators on the chart. I have a few on there just for me to have them visually. But what I've got laid out here is the nerd plus 2. So NASDAQ, ES, RTY, and the Dow that we just talked about, plus crude oil and gold on full auto. To enable those here, this is also different from other strategies. If you have ever been on strategies with other systems, you know that you're kind of having to go into the strategy section. It doesn't look anything like this. I have implemented the entire strategy section as an indicator. So instead of writing it as a strategy, it is internally a strategy, but executed as an indicator, which allows us to have control on the chart. That is important, especially for trader funding programs. If you are a trader funder, trader funding program account holder and user, it's a mouthful, then you want control of the auto system for entry, meaning you can control it with buttons. This is what bypasses a lot of those trader funding programs, things about, well, we don't want to, we don't, a lot of these are shying away from having a full auto system where it's unattended. This is attended full auto. Does that make sense? If you understand that, please type a 1 there in the chat. Let's get some interaction there on the chat. This is attended auto. Do you understand? Where you need to attend to the execution. You can interact with the trade. You can override the situation. Like right now, gold is up $290 when I, turned on my little thing here. In a trade, looks like it's in a short. There's an Enigma right back behind this panel here. But I can interact with it by coming over here, pressing the buy market, sell market. I can close, I can open, I can turn on semi-auto, full auto. I can add additional filters. I can hit flatten all, etc. All the buttons are there. You can't do that with a standard strategy window. Let's see if I can bring that over here. So if we go to strategies, here's the typical scenario, right? You have to, this is the NinjaTrader Control Center. And you have to come in here into strategies. You click on that strategies tab, and this is all you have to work with. And you'll have a line item per instrument there. You set the parameters, set it, and forget it. You can't interact with it. And if you do try to interact with one, it cancels out the strategy and disables it, right? So if you know that, and you may not know that if you're not a full auto person, you don't know. But if you are full auto, again, on Fridays, I'm focused to the people who are a little bit more advanced on full auto, had some experience in full auto, and know the pains and sufferings of trying to run through the strategy analyzer and the parameters and the hands-off approach that you have to take when you're doing that. I have circumvented that for you by programming this. Now, mind you, my background, you can go watch the Vinny Emini interview. I've been interviewed one time where I did the entire background of me with Mr. Owens. So go check out that video, type in Vinny Emini interview. If you want to hear my background, I've been in every type of programming situation. I have done, all the way back in the day, back to desktop. I have done network installations and setups. I just have a lot of background in IT. And then I ultimately got all the way into data architecture and full stack development. So what my background and history allowed me to build out something for myself as a trader that I built everything here that I would want. And I also, when I started this 10 years ago, I had a 4-year-old daughter, and I pictured her in my mind when I was talking about trying to create something on the screens for her. What would if I had to teach my child how to execute, what would I do? I put it in a video game style thing, and I know that if I could get something that my 4-year-old could execute on, then I know that I could do it as well as other traders would be able to do that. Now, I didn't think about other traders at the time until my best friend Albert was like, Vinny, you should show people this. This is amazing. Like, you should really do this. And I was like, I'm not going to make a whole trade room, not doing all that kind of stuff. And he's like, have you heard about YouTube Live? I was like, no. And this is before Live came out. Go back to 2016 and see when Live came up. And he's like, let me come over. Like, I'm going to put a camera. I'm like, dude, I'm not doing a camera in my face. And of course, if you see my old videos, you'll see like the camera's back over here over the right hand shoulder. He's like, how about we do an over the shoulder view? Or I mentioned that. I was like, how about out of my face, over the shoulder, like behind me? Can we do that? And he's like, yeah, I'll set that up. He sets us up, and here we are years later. At that time, all I was doing was showing the full auto stuff and my dual robot system with Pippi Robbie, where Pippi would feed Robbie the information and Robbie would execute on the information that was being pulled from the sim account that we had created So it's running sim, the other one's running live. And you know that if you're a platinum member, understanding how the Pippi Robbie systems work, where it is feeding information back to the live account for it to execute on, right? Slightly different than what we have here. I think this is actually simpler, and you'll see why. Okay, let's turn on the music here again. And we're going to get there. We're still 25 minutes from the US Open on a Friday, just trying to come in here and walk you guys through how I execute on full auto and how it has changed. When I originally did this, we didn't have all of these. Didn't have buttons, couldn't interact, and even back with Pippi Robbie, it was still a locked-in set of strategies. I could only turn it on or turn it off. That was it. Had to set the stops and targets, had to let it run, and then have to interact by overriding things by just turning it off, right? Now we have full control with the buttons. Okay, now let's go to the next part. This is new within the last version. We had a lot of requests for being able to auto flatten across multiple accounts. Now, some people, I see this a lot, frequently asked question, hey, it didn't auto flatten all of my accounts. I've got multiple accounts. I'm running across trader funding programs, whatnot. Remember, there's this auto liquidate all accounts right here. Okay, it's right there. Just read. Listen, we're in a society today where people don't read. Yeah, I get it. Like, people today can only handle like 3 words at a time, I've noticed. And it's sad, but it is what it is. I'm going to encourage you to go, hey, like, this is a little more complicated than 3 words at a time. Okay, you're a human resource, be a little bit more valuable. Read the next 3 lines. Okay, go down a little bit farther, read a few more lines here. There's auto liquidate all accounts right here. Okay. Oh, I didn't see that. Yeah, you see right here, but you can't see that. I don't know. Anyway. I'm just a coach trying to get you to encourage you to get there by screaming at you from the sideline saying, dunk the ball, son, dunk it. All right. There is a auto liquidate all right there. There is also a auto kill all data feed connections that after it has hit the high water mark and after it has flattened for you, that you can also kill all data connections right there as well in this new risk control control center. Okay, the control panel. So what I've got set up here this morning, when this hits 11:50 here in the morning, it's going to close up all of my positions there, and that's how I've got my bots set up at the top left. Now, I am currently not running Super AO. I am running Enigma on all these. Now, I am also playing both directions. That's arm long, arm short. I can choose a specific direction if I want. You've got a lot of options and things. We walk through all that in the 8-day boot camp of what you may want to do, and it's just 8 videos. You can go and watch those. They are currently free. They will be behind a paywall, and there will be about a $300 price point for that, but right now it is free. Go to our website, watch those videos this weekend. If you're brand new, coming through 8 videos, you learn it all. We walk through the entire documentation. We are the most thoroughly documented system on the planet. We are, again, this is not some, you know, I see a lot of people throwing out AI slop, what I call AI slop. They're out there like, you know, vibe coding their first indicator and just selling it to people. This is not that, okay? This is a 10-year vetted system, and the actual founder actually uses the system, and I do it here in front of you. A lot of things that are different about us versus other locations, but here we go. So arm long, arm short, full auto, not semi-auto. Semi-auto will take the next play and then disable. And that's very handy on Cyborg. If I am playing down the lower time frame charts and I'm executing, I might want to guarantee that I get the perfect entry next on an Enigma or a Super AO. That's where that semi-auto button is going to come in handy, where I can go, okay, take the next play. This is also called take next. I used to have this called, I think it was called take next or trade next. Next trade. I know it had the word next in it. Can't remember because we changed it a long time ago. It's back to semi-auto because people were like, what is that one? Full auto, semi-auto. That is going to disable itself after it takes the next trade. Okay. And then these are your 2 options, Enigma or Super AO. Super AO, this is the functionality of this Enigma Platinum panel. We do have others. There is a full auto headshot. There is full auto lunchbot. There is full auto, what's the other one? Got Lunchbot, Headshot, and what's the other one that comes in our pack? 2-finger salute. The 2-finger double hammer full auto system, that is in the strategies area. It does not have button control as of this date today. But you can choose which one of those you want. I do think those are some of the most powerful ones, and that is what is in the Enigma Dream panel. Okay. 9:10. We got 20 minutes to the US Open. Pop your full auto questions there in the chat, and I'm going to come down here and start getting ready for executing on my other account right here. So I've got one account running my full auto bots up there, and now I'm going to be controlling this account. And this is how I kind of execute on Cyborg. I've got my employees working on an account that I've got my eye on. They're right up here, right in my purview. I can see it on my 43-inch screen here. And then down here, just underneath, I've got my 3-chart layout right here. I actually do have all 5. They are here. They're just laid out a little bit differently. But the ones that I'm going to be focusing on here are these 3 that you'll learn. This is kind of the flag layout right there. And I'm going to go through my whole checklist there this morning. But before we do that, I'm going to talk about Apex. Apex now has end-of-day accounts. So people keep getting that confused. They don't understand. Like they've heard, well, Apex has trailing drawdown. I don't like that. Not anymore. What's your complaint now? They did a huge overhaul at Apex where they do have end-of-day drawdown accounts now. So if you want an EOD account like some of the others that are out there, you can do that. They're still cheaper. And right now, 90% off. I just checked their thing this morning. It is 4 days left. So over the weekend, if you want to pick up some Apex accounts, do us a favor, use the ALGOBOX code. If we get enough people using our ALGOBOX code this month, next month, we get to do giveaways in our live streams. So help us to reach the right numbers. There, use our code so that we can do giveaways next month. Would be amazing. We've got 8 days left, so we'd love a lot of people to use our code. Use code ALGOBOX to get 90% off of all of your accounts there at Apex. 90% off. They never go lower than that. So go grab those. We got a Super AO power headshot right here coming in. Some of you guys probably grabbed that one. I did miss that one there. I may get it if it comes back up, pops up. There we go. Okay, I'm going to grab that now. Oh man, I still missed. Look how much I slipped. Okay, this one may be, nope. I'm gonna close it here. I'm looking on the higher time frame there, and that 89 just looks like she may want to launch right there. We're on king timing. Okay, so if that starts to run up, and it's a Friday, Fridays are the most bullish days of the week. I'm always hesitant to press the short button on a Friday. And I also noticed, here's what we need to do as we go through our checklist here this morning. I know I'm trying to download a lot to you here this morning, talking fast because I've got 15 minutes before the US Open and I want to cover everything on a Friday here. Our mega sale ends this weekend. That is going up $50 a month. If you miss out on it, I'm sorry, Charlie. So grab it this weekend if you want to get that best price there on our website for ALGOBOX. I'm not talking about Apex now. We're talking about our stuff. You see the countdown timer up top. Mega sale ends this weekend. Now, let's bring this over here, and we're going to go through our checklist. One of the things that we need to look at was a tide wave visualizer. I just saw both of them are green here this morning. How do I determine that? I pull over my 89. Here's the tide. So simple. Just look at the color of this right here and lock it in. What color is it? It's green. Okay, so the tide, green, locked in. Got it. Next one. What about the wave chart? This is multi-time frame. Big time up, right? Big angle here and green with the green dashed lines on the channel. So that one is also green, right? Shorts are going to be difficult here this morning. And if I am going to be swiping at shorts, I've got to kind of take a stab at it quickly. And it's got to be, you know, T1, T2, target 1, target 2 scenarios kind of only there. That one did end up working out. It did come back down, but it was making me a little bit nervous the way that this really took a lot. We popped up to this area and then just really slowed down. Oftentimes those can continue up there. When it's slow, it's going to go. And we were going against the favorable direction. So taking a loss there on my first trade there this morning. So speaking of first trades, I am here to take 5 trades in my video game here. And within 5 trades, I want a winner chicken dinner. I want 2 winners, should be enough to put chicken dinner on the table. And then I will focus on a bonus. All right, first one there this morning. I'm going to go ahead and take the L, although technically it was not an L. The break of that would have been right there for the stop out. I stopped out a little bit quickly because I mean, I got slipped there. That was an awful entry. Control E. This is just awful entry. I mean, I literally tried to hit it when it popped back. What I wanted to do, you see that dashed line right there? You heard me say when it comes back to it, I want to hit it. So it comes back, I see it, and by the time I reacted, it's all the way down here already. It was that was awful coming back and hitting that line, and then I don't know, I just was like, oh, I got a bad entry too, and I already knew I could only go for swipe at target 1 because look at the nerd, right? The nerd right now is all green. Okay, it's to the long side. The most of these plays are going to be better to the long side as of right now. Speaking of right now, I see jagged on the tape. Do you see it? It's coming in right now. Everybody type jagged warning in the chat. That is a nasty jagged coming in on the tape. A big move is coming probably before the open. It's 9:15. We are 15 minutes before the open. Let's get to our checklist and finish that out here this morning. First one on the top of the list on the checklist is the data connections. We're done there. Hardware, let's make sure the hotkeys are on. I just used them, so I know that they are. But yes, checking my hotkeys. Hotkeys are on. Time of day, we just mentioned we are 15 minutes from the open. And news, let's get the news turned on here. And I look down the list. 10 o'clock, we have, oh, we got a ton at 10. Whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 events at 10 a.m. today. Now, on a Friday, I want to be done right at 10:10. Okay, so there's going to be a big news event right before the coffee break time there, where we want to be done early in, early out on a Friday so we can go about our business and go do other things in life on a Friday particularly. And of course, I catch up on a lot of back-end office type of stuff, including all those calls and things that you guys want to have a chat with me. Friday is my day for that stuff, so I'm early in, early out here on a live stream. Want to grab the bags and be on about the next things, right? Plus Friday again, very much a bullish day. I'm a bear. I have chosen a side. You can do the same if you like. I think that you can take off half of the pressure of yourself if you choose a side, be a bull or be a bear. Now, if you're comfortable playing both sides, absolutely. We have lots of players who are still both sides players. Eventually, because of, I think, also the extreme pressure, extreme being on a stream, I found it easier for me to just choose a side. And I'm a bear. The faster moves happen on the bear side. Now, not to say like, well, I've seen fast moves to the long side. Again, I'm not saying that every move is slow to the upside, but generally speaking, if you look at speed, if you've studied speed over time, people panic exit and they slow walk their entries. And most people, when they're thinking about buying a company or buying a brand, they make a lot of decisions, but when they're ready to get out, they're like, nope, that's enough, I'm out. Like they get out quickly. And so the sell side is in my opinion, a faster, stronger move. And I like to play in on those when that quick move happens. I like to grab the bag quickly. I like to see the numbers pop to my account quickly. That's just my style. That's how I like to do things. And I think it's psychologically a help to you, a bonus for you to also have less things to think about. You don't have to think about an entire one side of the board. Just go, when the side of the board is on my side, those are my plays. When it's not on my side, okay, I'll just be more cautious. I'll do target ones, and then I'll take the big ones and have more fun when I've got the angle in my direction. Makes sense?
7.7.
Good morning. Hello, great to see you. You got a long name there. I'm not going to try to butcher that one. I'll call you Fu if that's okay.
8 basis points at 2.
No, I'm going to try it.
May 8th.
Fuwado Isudu Krathak 4722. Welcome aboard. Happy Friday. All right, can't say I didn't try. Let's see. 918, rest of our checklist here. I don't need to worry about FOMC. It's Friday, holidays, earnings. Nope, don't need to worry about any of that on a Friday. Gears, I'm on 5. I think I'll stay there. Contract dates, no rollover anywhere near us right now. Wave ranges are locked in at the beginning of the week. ATMs, don't need to worry about that one. MACV Ultimate is on. Speedometer, I hear it rolling there with audio box. P&L cadence. We haven't had a red day in a while. So P&L cadence, we're due for, we need to be careful. Okay, I got to be careful. It's a Friday. I'm a bear. Fridays are not there for the bear. Okay, now when I hit them, I'm gonna be in and I'm gonna be out, because on a Friday, the most bullish day of the week. Okay, remember we got jagged on the tape. I think a big play is coming. Do not get off sides. Okay, when the side has shown its hand, it will probably continue on. So any reversal trade, you may want to look for a piercer right now on that jagged play. You ready? Locked in? Distractions, NT8. Sounds, how's the sound? If you guys need me to make any adjustments to the sound, now's the time to tell me. But I think we are good. Checklist off. Fuwado is Sudoku Krathok. Welcome aboard. Happy Friday. Let's go. Sudo's good. Suds. All right, suds. Let's go. Jagged on the tape. That's the current thing I'm thinking about here. Okay. We are currently neutral. Market's trying to be tricky right here. We got a couple things that are not fun for us right now. Look at that flat line right here. This is the open line. Open. Also for me, spell it, respell it. Put the N at the beginning. And now you have nope. Okay. I don't want to take trades here at the open line. Open line or the nope line. All right. It's a little bit too close there. We are 10 minutes now from the US Open. Oh, let's stretch it out here. That first trade ended up being a winner. I took it as a loser, so I'm already worried that I may be off my game here already there this morning. I needed to get through a lot there with you guys this morning. A lot of questions around the full auto stuff, especially with the new panel. Hopefully we've covered that for you guys. If you have any questions, please pop them there in the chat. We'll try to get them answered. But now I'm going to focus in on grabbing some bags here this morning. Trade one is done. We got 5 to go. Well, I don't say 5 to go, 4 to go. And within those, I need 2 winners. Let's see if we can do it. I feel like I'm forgetting something. What am I forgetting? I don't know. Let's go. Oh, I saw the question there. Thank you, Douglas. How's my son doing? He's good. So the doc said that nothing shifted. So that was the main thing that they're worried about on this visit was after they had set it, set the wrist and well, it's not the wrist, the forearm. When those bones were set in, they wanted to make sure that over that 1 week that they had not slipped off or gone sideways or the angle had changed. It has to be less than a 10-degree angle on that for children's bones. I mean, I learned all this cool stuff about children's bones here. Like, it's crazy that the good Lord has made our bodies just in this amazing way that the children's bones are like soft twigs, soft twig branches on trees where they're bendy and stuff. As we get older, they become more brittle, more like an eggshell, they said, for the myosin sheath that's wrapped around it. But this that's wrapped around it can literally reform and remold. He called it remodeling the entire bone structure, even at up to a 13% angle. I'm sorry, 13-degree angle, that the body will completely reshape it straight, which is just amazing, especially for children that they can be almost sideways on each other and they'll rebuild and even get to the proper length, as long as there wasn't a growth plate break. And his was not. His was like center of that area, way far away from both ends of the growth plates on that. So that was good news. And now over the next 4 weeks, we just want to see bone growth. So we're making sure he's, getting the calcium in, and wish I had a raw milk provider around here in Texas, Dallas. Anybody around the Dallas, Texas area, if you guys got pro tips on a place where we could go and get raw milk, I am into this now. I understand a lot more things. More truths have been revealed to me. I continue to pray daily for truths because we've seen too many deceptions. COVID, I think, woke me up, and now I see all the lies. I don't say all of them, but I see too many, right? So anyway, let's get to it. But yeah, we need some prayers for little dude. But the good Lord above says he is a great physician, so we do look to him. Like, doctors, they set it and put it in a spot, but they're not doing any of the healing, right? The physician who created your body is doing all the work. It's amazing. It's an amazing thing. But thank you guys for the prayers for little guy, little Roman. If you guys want to say a quick prayer for him today, if he comes to your mind, it would be awesome. His name's Roman. And over the next 4 weeks, we need to see bone growth in that area. He's a little guy. He's we always worry about him because he doesn't. We try to get him to eat more, and but he's our little guy. Mikey and little V Junior are. They're big boned, strong dudes. But Roman is a little bit fragile. And so we want to pray that he gets all healed up. Raw milk for farmers. Amish, amazing stuff. Yeah, gotta find one of those. I don't have one of those right now, so we're still buying the stuff off the shelf. But so much poison at grocery stores is ridiculous these days. And your fast food joints, they ain't eating that crap either. All right, 9:25, 5 minutes to the U.S. Open. This jagged really hasn't shown itself quite yet. I'm wondering if this down move is the fake out to get the trap and a bull move is coming. That happens a lot of times on opens on Fridays. Or if this is the steady pace where everybody thinks they're buying the dip and we'll get some continued down move there this morning. I'm just watching the nerd. I will not play against the nerd or the arrow right now. When jagged is on the tape, I want nerd plus arrow for my direction. Right now, the nerd is red, but the arrow is green. They are not matching right now. Okay, so in those who know, you know, right? You already have this on your charts nearby. Okay, the most recent arrow is green. Nerd is red, right? So they're in conflict with one another. I'm going to wait till those line up, especially around jagged on the tape. I will take that next play around it, and I will hold out for sure T2. I'm not going to get a T1 scenario here when jagged's on the tape if I get a good entry. Now, if I get a slip entry and I get a bad entry, then you know, I can still only have to grab a T1 scenario here. Currently for me, T1 is going to be 35. Second T2 is going to be 50 ticks because I'm on the 5s. Don't try to overshoot things, okay? If you're on the 2s, don't be trying to go 35 and 50. If you're on the 2s, follow along with what I've taught you in the training videos and get to those training videos this weekend if you haven't done so already. And don't forget, after the 8-day boot camp, there is a premium member section where we go deep dive, and there's a 100 video series for premium members. When you become a premium member, buy any of our packages, you'll get access to my full deep dives, including the 6 core, and you'll get some more. Are you ready? 3 minutes to the US Open. Good morning, Pip Extracts. Welcome aboard. Good morning, Adrian. There's a bunch of lives. All right there, Paul. It's crazy, man. First coming away. Thank you, Goldie. Appreciate that. The sound is good. Awesome. Hey, Pete. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Brian. Yeah, I tried the name. Titus. Good morning. Jagged warning. That's right. Good morning, Captain Rex. Mr. Monta. Great to see you. Kit Carson in the house. Good morning. Great to see you. Brian. What's up? Mr. Airplane Builder himself. Good morning, Noob. Noob knocks home runs. This guy, big trader right there. Noob Sabat. Great to see you, sir. Picking up a few Apex today. Awesome, Kit. Yep, use code ALGOBOX, 90% off, and will help us. We got 8 days to get, hopefully, people using our code. And if you're using our code, we'll be able to do giveaways here on these live streams like all these other influencers. They seem to be getting a ton. Good morning, Ghost Futures. Dobby. Coming together, 6-day win streak for AlgoX. Awesome, 6-day win streak. Beautiful stuff, Dobby. Love to hear it. Emini Badger, good to see you. George, good morning, sir. I see Bagger Vance in here this morning with us. Good morning. Alexis Arguello. I think that might be a new name. Great to see you. Thanks for hanging out with us here this morning. Good morning, Jimmy. Greg CYT, good morning. Who else did I miss? Raymond, Mr. Raymond Moore, good to see you, sir. Good morning, happy Friday. Cotton James, good morning. Masher's in the house, y'all. We named a strategy after Mr. Masher. There's Masher 500, the famous, infamous. I don't know, I think it's beyond, it's better than infamous. He is the famous Masher 500 in the house. We named that Masher strategy after him. He came to me, he spent the time, he did a 6-month back test showing me the Masher on our own system, and he's like, hey, have you ever seen this? And you know, I'm very skeptical of people coming and trying to rediscover things, and I put a challenge, and I don't want to say it's a challenge, but it's a requirement for me. If I'm going to waste my time looking, I'm not going to do the homework for you, right? But he did the homework, and he was 100% right. Special shout outs to Masher. He did the work, and I love that he took the time to do that for us. And it's I've personally benefited from it. And thank you for that, Masher. Good morning, Crossbow. Been with me for, 10 years? I think Crossbow is a Founders Club member, year number 1, 10 years ago. Great to see you.
10 seconds.
Chucky, good morning. Hey, Chucky's back. Chucky, good to see you, sir. Rick Gardner, good morning, good morning. Here we go. It's time. Here's the open.
Imbalance. S&P 500 buy side 293 million.
Whoa, look at the, wow, that is wild. Look at the nope line. Holy shnikes. Okay, I'm hearing a lot of selling there. Remember, we still have that jagged on the tape. I am worried about a big move. I do not want to get off sides. What a wild open. All of that was printed. That just in those few first seconds there already. Big move is coming. Do not get off sides. Be careful of the head fake. Okay, there's a touch of the open. We're still on. I've got red and red right now. I got my finger over the sell. I got red nerd. I got red arrow. I need a play. There it is. Okay, I got a... Oof, yikes. I'm hearing buyers all of a sudden step in. We had red and red for a second. Okay, I'm going to have to bail on this one. Wow, yikes. Okay, might be one... Is this one of those? Yeah, and then they just went full green. Okay, so I'm looking for the exits here. There's king timing. Dadgummit, I knew it was going to... Well, I would say I knew this was going to happen, but I knew it could have happened. The launch off of the open, they faked first. And there's the big move, finally coming in there. Back to neutral. Can I get a red again? There's red arrow again.
Dragon China index falls as much as 2 spots.
Headshot, add, pull half. I'm taking the loss there. Red headshot, add to position. Can I get a drop?
Crack down on the legal cross-border securities activities.
Blue dots call bottoms all the time. That could be dangerous. I see red and red right now. I'm trying to hold out. Switch dot.
Harmonic NQ on the 5.
We touched red for a second, and they're still pushing.
Harmonic NQ on the 9.
Oy vey. Vinny. You knew it could happen, bro. What did you do? What did I get? Oh, I went right here. That was the shot. Okay, there's a crack of the dot. Fires all over the tape there. We do have a divergence on the optimized range, so I am hoping out for that.
Double delta NQ on the 5.
Deuce. Should have pulled half and re-added up here, but it's moving too fast for me to decide on that. I wouldn't say that. I could have done it. I could have pulled the half there at my POE. Dangerous spot here. I really need to try to exit around my POE. This is one of these bull Fridays, what I call it, kind of BS there. They totally smacked me there at that open. You saw the accumulation there. We knew we had jagged on the tape. Knew that could happen there at the open, but they just hesitated a little bit too long, I think, there for me. And okay, coming down. I'm hearing sells. Add on pink dot. Yikes, Enigma just showed up. Might push it up here, but I'm hearing sellers on the tape. I'd love to see this hit the back of that Enigma. I heard sellers. Add on the dot. Can we hit the back of the Enigma? Targeting the back of the Enigma. There it is. Half there and all the way down. Thank you very much. Ended up getting one, but holy cow, that was scary. Very hairy there this morning. We did get back to that location that was going to be important there this morning. We had the double ready DD and the power headshot. Thank goodness they did return to it. Yay for me. Superheroed that one. 10K on the day. The trade number, I'd actually call that trade number 1. After, I'm going to still say that first one was still a loss. Coming back with the third one. Big shot. I still got 2 more to go. Well, I got 1 more for number 2 to go here for winner chicken dinner plus a bonus. Let's see if we can get it. Here's a 7.4. We got green and green right now, so I'm not trying to take that play quite yet. I need to wait for it to get to my spot. There is a PRZ cross. Take a shot at it. Half position. Oh, and they cracked the back, and there's a power headshot. Super power headshot, because it's got ready DD there as well. We are more than 30 ticks past, so I will have to bail on some of it as we come to my POE. I'll pull half at my POE.
Enigma short on the YM2 target already reached. Closing Delta NQ on the 41.
Seuss, all right, we just hit target reached. I heard it. Full auto is getting turned off. The bots are up over 1K on the day. Locked in. I've got a play on. I'll show it here in just a moment. Looking for that headshot, but I'm still hearing buyers coming in here against... Nope. Okay, we're getting a drop. Super fast move. Again, this is why I talked about earlier this morning. If you're new, don't trade in Q. She is a wild child. Okay, RTY would be much easier to play than this one right here. Bots just hit their target. We've got red and red right now, so I am trying to hold out here for at least a T1. Looking for 35 ticks. There's 22 ticks, 27, 29.
NQ on the 41.
Or is it Bulls on Parade Day? Could be. It's that Friday thing.
On the 9. NQ on the 7.
Seuss. Oops, blue dot. Okay. Bull test. Bulls are still holding every dot right now.
41.
They bounced that.
NQ on the 7.
Should have pulled half there as it touched my POE. I'm being greedy.
NQ on the 41.
Oh, boo.
DCDM NQ on the 41.
All right, I'm pulling half. All right, I'm just gonna take the loss there on that. Okay, power headshot with a PRZ cross.
NQ on the 7.
And they're running gunning. Okay. It's gonna be one of those Fridays. Of course. Of course.
Divergence down NQ on the 9. NQ on the 40.
I was due for one of these cray crays, and almost kind of felt it. I knew it this morning. Like when I saw that jagged on the tape there, we're floating the open line. Yeah.
NQ on the 7.
Not fair for the bear on a Friday, on days like this. And I'm sure, well, oh, what's Trump saying today? What's the Antichrist talking about today? Just can't wait. What? Just say something more. Can't wait. Y'all hear he's talking about wanting to run for the Prime Minister of Israel? Did y'all hear about that one yesterday? Wild.
Short on the NQ9.
But at least, I mean, eyes open, man. Eyes open. We ain't faked anymore. 16.5 on the high time frame. Going to grab, always on top. There we go. Okay. 16.5. Hopefully going to help me out and save me from this this upside disaster. Lots of dots getting cracked there. That's good news. Get me all the way to that Enigma target down there. That's a 50 tick target for the high time frame. Red dot, add to position. Nope, they cracked the dot. Okay, bulls on parade. Crap. Sorry for my language.
NQ on the 7. Enigma long on the NQ7. NQ on the 41. Bull touch hot. Harmonic NQ on the 9. NQ on the 7.
Andrew, you've been practicing those? Good. Good, sir. Very good. All right, big red dot up top.
NQ on the 5. Alpha Omega up NQ on the 5.
Might be giving away all of my fun bread there this morning on that nice lucky 10K play. It's all riding right here. Whether we get to that 50 target on this Enigma.
Harmonic NQ on the 5.
Wow, all the way back to pick me up. Wow. Okay, I'm full port maxed on it now. And we did not touch that Enigma target. We floated it twice. That is not cool. Bulls are on parade. Another Friday bull day.
7.
From the bottom to where we are now, what's it, another 633 ticks
Of Pakistan
from the open.
chief
Alpha
visiting
Omega down NQ on the 9.
Tehran, but according to CBS, quoting the Pakistan Foreign Ministry, saying they are not aware of any visit to Iran planned by the army chief.
Alpha Omega down NQ on the 40 long on the YM2.
Okay, we just got some, I don't know, wartime chatter news. Let's see how they digest this. Remember, we got a lot of 10 a.m. news here, so this could also be a build up to the pre-10 a.m. news. We have literally, what was it, 8 events at 10 a.m.
Double Delta NQ on the 5.
All right, I'm going to take half here.
Harmonic NQ on the 5.
Seuss. Going to try to make the play.
Up NQ on the 5.
Add on cross. Drop it. Come on. Let me hear the sellers one more time. We heard a set of sellers here. Let me hear some more. There's 50. I'll grab it. Okay. I had to give away half of my profits there on that crappy nonsense there this morning. Was up 10K. High watermark 10K on the day. 5 plus. Here's what we did on the bot. Let me move this over. We'll walk it through. So the bots did their job. Here is that auto trigger that we talked about this morning. Auto take profit triggered. It hit great. It reached as high as 1365. There's a whole thing around that slippage, plus it continuing to execute on trades afterwards, and me getting up because I don't have now. If I had this option here, auto kill all data connections, that would have killed everything and closed it and got a maybe a couple $100 out of that more. Perhaps. And again, if you want to run this at its max, you could set up a secondary machine, second data feed connection, or you want to get clever. There are ways to run 2 versions of NinjaTrader on the same machine, but you've got to use some third-party utilities, and I can never suggest you guys use third-party stuff. I'm not going to do that. But you can do your own homework and research on it. You can run it on 2 machines, or you can run it separately and have the full auto systems running on another system where it can be completely separated from your manual runs. Okay, what is going on here? I'm just gonna grab a bag. I don't know what's happening. All I hear is sells all over the tape here.
Rubio on Iran deal says we're not there yet.
Okay, I'm FOMOing here. I don't know. I hear drops like crazy all over the tape here. I missed the big part of that move because I'm over here jabbing.
Harmonic NQ on the 7.
Is this a dip and rip?
Alpha Omega down NQ on the Omega down NQ on the 7.
All right, power PRZ cross here. The cluster of crosses here on the 4s.
Divergence down NQ.
What a tricky Friday.
Alpha Omega up NQ on the 5.
Okay. Add on cross. There's a big bear right here. We're in the top side of it. Go red. Did they just run that down there to catch some people off sides to run stops and push? I don't know. We'll see.
NQ on the 7.
Okay, we went. It's more than 30 ticks against me, so I'm still gonna go half at POE. Okay, pulling half. Hearing sells. Hold to opposing signal. We are technically at the bottom of a channel, so that is an opposing signal. I'm still hearing sellers. There's a little bit of some continuation on it. I still hear sellers, so I'm going to hold. Holding. And I'll close. Okay. Boo. All right. Again, Friday's not my favorite day to play. I want to be early in, early out on a Friday. Fridays are the most bullish day of the week. Not fun for a bear, and that's just who I am. I'm going to be on the bear side, so battling through was tricky there this morning. Normally not that difficult. Again, bots did 1,200 there for me. I ended up coming away with 5K, but we were up over $12,000 here this morning. So I would not say that was great playing there. We might have some more trades here this afternoon, but I got a lot to get going here. Did we get to 100 likes? If we got 100 likes, I'll stay past the news. But if we did not, I'm going to go ahead and call it. Only 47 likes. You guys are terrible. I'm out. See you guys Monday.